Hello. I just realized there was a go live button. Sorry. I saw that it said one waiting. Um I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going, learning as I go. I'm Marlo. Rose is sick tonight, so she went to bed. She'll be here tomorrow maybe. Let me figure out and see what's going on here. Private chat. Let me see if I can go back to um hmm. So now we're live. Okay. We're okay. Okay. Maybe I go back here, exit solo layout, mute, edit name. Well, how do I get backstage? I'm sorry. How did I get backstage? Hmm. Let me see. Okay. We're live. Videos, destination, enter studio. Oh, there's two of us. Two of the same person. Okay, so I'm back. Remove. Am I back? Ooh, am I back? Which one is me? I'm up. mm, hello? What's wrong? Hello? It's not working. You're live. Edit, remove. You're on YouTube. How did this happen? Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Something ain't right. Something isn't right. It's not working. I don't know. Band guest. See your comments. Help. I wish somebody could come in here and help me. If anybody knows how to help me, I will let you in. In a hurry. Why is it? I messed myself up. Let me go out. Okay, can anybody hear me? do. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I think. Hello? Why is it? Somebody needs a cigarette for this mess. Okay. What has happened? Huh? What is wrong? Audio. iPad microphone. Okay, let me just get rid of both of these things. Somehow is anybody there? Is anybody there? Okay, I've got to get rid of remove from stream. Okay. Okay. Is anybody there? Nobody. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. I don't know how I got two people up here. This is a nightmare. A nightmare. Mm. Hello? 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 Okay, that's not right. Okay, here we go. What's wrong with my... Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I got that figured out. I'll just have to edit that. I'll just have to edit. Um, I have gotten my microphone back at least. I really wish someone would come and talk to me. I really want to do this true crime stuff, and it's really interesting, and I would really like to talk to somebody. I will have to get my um, thing on here where I can use it, but I think maybe to share my screen, I have to go on my desktop, maybe, or my um, I'm on my iPad right now. Okay, so has everybody heard of the Quinton Simon or Simone or how whatever they say his last name is pronounced? The little toddler in Savannah, Georgia. His mother is the only suspect in his disappearance, and he he's dead, y'all. He's dead, and he's in a landfill, and they're searching, but they're taking off this weekend. They're saying it's to give those people a break from the exposure, the things that they're exposed to. And I really wonder if that's it, because 2 days off, they took 3 days off last week from searching and didn't do anything for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And now it's just, I mean, there's not going to be anything left of this baby. I don't know how they plan on finding anything if they keep taking all these days off. To me, it's a baby, and they should look until they find him. I'll go look. If they'll let me in there, I'll go. And I won't stop. I wouldn't stop until I found him. So, it's just me, though. But I would. Um, they won't be back searching until Monday. Meanwhile, the mother and the grandmother, night before last, were caught at a bar and grill or whatever in Tybee Island drinking and hitting on the waiter, getting the waiter's phone number. And that is absolutely the sickest thing I've ever heard. While your baby is in a landfill, you're the only suspect, you go out or sneak out because there were protesters at your home. You sneak out and you go to a bar and drink and try to get laid. Excuse me, sorry. Try to have sex or hook up with a guy, the waiter. Well, the police caught wind of it, and they contacted the restaurant to get the surveillance videos so they can see what they were up to. So I think that should have happened, most definitely. And of course, there are YouTube protesters down there, and I've kind of watched them. And it's, I don't, I just, I'm kind of torn because I feel like their heart's in the right place, but I don't know if they should be there causing A ruckus? Um, I'm not sure how to think about that yet. I mean, I would be there if I could be, trying to help figure out, but I don't know. I've seen things negative about it and I've seen people positive about it. So I'm still trying to decide what I think about it right now. But I don't know. We'll see. I know this girl, Leilani, she is on probation and she, according to her mother, Billy Joe, she's had a drug problem and she steals money from them and she steals money from them to go buy drugs or gets money from them to go buy drugs. Um, which would lead me to think that the grandmother wouldn't have her out drinking if she had a drug problem, because alcohol is not a good thing if you have a drug problem. It's a vice too. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand all that. But the grandmother has charges. She has things in her history. I'm not exactly sure what that is, or what they are, but I'll have to dig into that and check. Um, Not much is known about the grandfather. He's kind of staying off in the back, in the background. So I've not heard that much about him or know much about him, his past. But the little boy, Quentin, is the most beautiful little boy I've ever seen. One of them. I have two baby boy grandbabies. So, of course, I'm biased there, but he is beautiful. He is just as beautiful as they are. And something happened. Something happened on the morning of, was it October 5th? They woke up at 5:30, or I'm sorry, the babysitter, Diana McCarta, who lives down the street from them, she's the one that's been babysitting Quentin and his little older brother, Zane. She's been babysitting for about 6 months. She got a call or a text message at 5:29 a.m. the morning of the 5th, and told her that, from the mother, Leilani, that she wasn't needed to babysit that day, that the kids were going to stay home with Leilani. And she thought it was weird, or thought it was odd, that because she said usually she had the kids anyway. She had the kids anyway. So even if they weren't at work, she would see them sneak in the house if they saw her. They would be home and they would be sneaking around pretending they weren't home. And she was babysitting. So she said she thought it was so weird that they told her they didn't need her that day. And it was like at 5:29 in the morning. Well, then she said she received a call about 9:30, or 9 o'clock. Maybe it was 9 o'clock. That, or a call or a text and said, "Have you seen Quentin?" And she was like, "No, no, I haven't. What's wrong?" And they said they couldn't find him. And they said that, she said, "I'll come down there. I'll be down there." And she went down there and she said she wanted to help them search, but she couldn't. They wouldn't let her. They told her they already looked everywhere. And she said, "Have you called the police?" They hadn't even called the police yet. They hadn't called. If that was my baby, that's the first thing I would have done. The first thing I would have done. Well, I guess then at 9:39 or 9:40 or something, they called the police and reported him missing. And Leilani said that her boyfriend, Danny, she has a baby, a 4-month-old baby, Sky, by Danny. All three of her kids have different daddies, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying. Um, she, the boyfriend said he got up to go to work at 6 o'clock, and he said that Quentin was there in the playpen when he left at 6 o'clock. When Leilani got up at 9 o'clock, she said Quentin was gone from the playpen and the door was open. And she said Quentin could not open the door. Well, so they're looking for him. That's when they text or call the babysitter and see if she's seen Quentin, which was weird too. But anyway, I'm so aggravated with this because, they didn't call the cops right away. But she knew, I think she knew that there was no reason in calling the cops. She wasn't in any hurry to do that. She called the cops, and they came, and they start searching. They start searching everywhere. They have people on the ground, they have people in the air, they have drones, they have everything searching for this baby in the woods, behind the house, around the house, everywhere. And of course, they didn't find him. The FBI joined in the search about 3 hours later that day. Then, the search goes on, and they haven't found him. Then, several days later, a week later, the police do a press conference. And they said that they were no closer to finding him, but he was their top priority, basically. One second. I just got a text. I just got a text message from my grandbaby was here today. My 4-year-old grandson. My daughter just texted me and said, Hudson stole some money out of your purse. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When I went to look in my purse today to buy something at the store, I knew my cash wasn't there, but I wondered what happened to it. I didn't know. I thought, I know I didn't spend all that cash. Oh my gosh. Almost $20, and it was in his pocket. I asked him what he wanted for dinner, and he said, Wait, Mommy, I have to give you money, and pulled it out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, apparently, I have a 4-year-old thief on my hands. A 4-year-old thief. She said, I asked him where he got it, and he said, I got it in Nana's purse and got it out. I got in Nana's purse and got it out. It's yours. I told him how you cannot steal and all that, and he said, Oh, so that was mean? Oh my goodness. I cannot believe him. Ah, what pocket? Because, oh my gosh. Okay, so we might be on here talking about my grandchild one day. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Hudson, she's going to have to do something about that. He cannot do that. He didn't understand that it was wrong. He just thought he was helping mommy out by taking money and taking it to her. He thought he was helping her out. That's crazy. I wondered where that cash went. I mean, it wasn't that much, but I was looking for it. And then I didn't think another thing about it. And he just now pulled it out. I guess he thought he'd feed him supper tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's got to learn that that's wrong. 4 years old. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to try to get back to what we were talking about. Or what I was talking about. Because nobody's here. One person could come in. I guess we got to get it out there. But that's okay. Somebody will watch it afterwards, the recorded version of it. Somebody will watch it. Anyway, back to Quentin. Where was I? He's I would have took that baby. I would have taken him. I would have taken him and give him a great home and never thought another thing about it. I would have loved him, took care of him, and I know millions of other people would have too. I don't understand how a mother can do that to her child. The local people around there that know her and know that family say that's a party house, and it's always, there's always parties at that house. And you know they say that Leilani did not like Quentin, her middle child, her second child, that she didn't like him because she hated his father, and she never bonded with him. And that was supposed to have been said by her. She never could bond with him. So, I don't know. I just, you know, I can see maybe not having a bond at first. Some people do that. But, I mean, it's just so weird how you can't have a bond with your own child. Now, the grandmother had custody of Zane, the oldest child, and Quentin. She didn't have custody of the new baby that they just had 4 months ago, her and Danny. But she had custody of them since Quentin was 5 months old. And her and her husband would go out of town to work, and she would leave those kids still with Leilani to take care of while she was out of town. Now, she had those kids for a reason. She had custody given to her from Leilani, or however it happened. She had custody of those kids by whatever happened. Um, she knew that she wasn't capable of taking care of them, or else she wouldn't have had custody. But she still left those kids with her. Now, to me, I think that right there should be neglect on her part. I think charges should be brought against her too, because she If she had been taking care of those kids the way she was supposed to be taking care of them, he would still be alive. They wouldn't be looking for his body in a landfill right now. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Um, it makes me sick. It makes me nauseous. The thought of it. She can't. I don't know. After the week mark, it had become 7 days, I think, of him being missing. And Billy Joe, which is the grandmother, she got on. Well, I'm sorry, they had another press conference. The cops had another press conference, and they said that they believed Quentin to, with the evidence that they were able to gather so far, that they did believe that Quentin was no longer alive and that he was in a landfill. And the mother, Leilani, was their only suspect. But they couldn't make an arrest because they wanted to make sure. They said they only had one shot to get it right, and they didn't want to take any chances. They want to make sure they have everything, all their ducks in a row, and their T's crossed and I's dotted. So that's why she's still free. Even though everybody's getting really aggravated about that now. They think she should be in jail, and I kind of think she should be too. I mean, I think they have enough to hold her on something. The grandmother should already be in jail. So we'll see what happens there. But um, the night after the press conference, and after it was 7 days, I guess, the grandmother, Billy Joe, who had custody of the two boys, she went on social media, Facebook or whatever, and messaged somebody and told them that Quentin was no longer alive and he was in the landfill, and her daughter Leilani did it, but she don't remember anything about doing it. So that really had everybody going wild. That really had everybody going wild. So apparently she has confessed to her mother and probably the police because um, how what else would they why else would they have her as the main suspect? Unless they do have real evidence that he's. I mean, they have blood. I don't know. I don't know what they have. And of course, they can't tell us right now because it'll jeopardize the investigation. So we just have to wait and see and hope and pray that they find his little body. This girl is 22. Leilani is 22 years old and has 3 kids. Boom, boom, boom. Right, one right after another. And wasn't taking care of them before this. I don't know why that she thought she would now. The babysitter tried to offer to do a prayer circle or a prayer vigil, whatever, for Quentin. And when Billy Joe found out about it, she's the grandmother, remember? When she found out about it, she went to Diana McCarta. It's her house. She's the babysitter. She went to her house and stormed in her house, and they have it all on videotape. It was on the news. She stormed in their house and she was up in Diana's face, yelling and screaming at her, saying her baby wasn't dead. And then she accused her of taking Quentin, coming and getting Quentin out of the house and keeping him, holding him, or whatever. Um, Obviously, that wasn't the case. And I really think the only true person who cared about Quentin and Zane and Sky, the 3 kids, I think the only person that cared about them was the babysitter. or is the babysitter, because she's the only one who has. I'm sure she's not perfect either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's perfect, but she's the only one that has showed or talked to anybody and you know been upset or called. She really has genuine concern. She loved those babies. She loves them. So, and I really believe that. She's done 2 or 3 Facebook lives, and she's talking about it and telling her side of the story after Billy Joel came in up on her and stuff. And it's just a bad thing. It's a really bad thing. And I just, I don't know what I can do to help or put forth something toward helping this stuff. I just know that I want to, and I want to get into this and really try to bring awareness to cases, especially cases that don't get that much publicity. That's what I would like to focus on. I just saw this little boy, and he was so precious, and knew that he did not deserve what happened to him, and I wanted to talk about that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll figure it out. It'll all come together. My sister and I talked about this for a long time before we actually started to do it, because we wanted to do something together. We have a story ourselves to tell. We have our own story to tell. And I think a lot of people will relate to us and be able to talk about, maybe we can have another channel or something that where we talk about our lives and things that's happened to us. And, I think to have a community of support like that would be totally the right thing to do, the best thing to do. And that's what we want to do too, because we hated each other. Or she says she never hated me, but I sure hated her. And my whole life I hated her. My whole life. And we just about a year and a half ago now, finally talked. She came to me, of course, because I would have never went to her. She came to me, and our dad got cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer, and it was his wish too for us to get along. And I didn't want to. Lord knows I didn't want to. I didn't want to have nothing to do with her, but I did. I agreed just because of him. And to be honest, that's the best thing I ever could have done. The best thing I ever could have done. Because we have spent so much time together in the last year and a half and talked and got past a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's a situation that needs to be told as well, because I think we can help people that way too. I really, truly do. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here since nobody ever came in to talk to me. But they will. I know they will. I need to start talking to other people and get on their panels and stuff, I guess, and, talk to them and work my way up in somehow. I think that'd be a good thing to do. Anyway, I'm going to end here. May come back on tomorrow, but I'll schedule it. So if anybody does watch this and you want to be on tomorrow, talk tomorrow, I'll schedule it a few hours ahead of time. That way you can find out when I'll be on. Have a great night, and we will talk about baby Quentin again. Thank you. Bye-bye.